All right, so here we go. We're gonna go up and see what we've got for sap up there. The creek is open, as you guys can see by all the water here. Things are running. It's plus 8 degrees right now, so it's a beautiful day. Snow is soft. You can see all the water here. The creek is running, so we just need something to get over the creek. So I brought myself a bit of a ramp for us to use, and that's what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna head up the hill and collect our sap and see what we've got. So what I'll do is I'll catch up with you guys once we get across the creek. It's just a matter of keep your fingers inside, not outside. Hey guys, Saturday, April 4th, 2020. Hope everybody's doing okay out there. I'm just gonna fire up the barbecue. Since fires are banned right now here in Ontario, and even within the city of Thunder Bay, I'm going to cook up and boil up my maple sap for my second round of syrup, but I'm going to do it on the barbecue. So I'm just going to go and clean up a chafing dish and fire up the barbecue, and we'll boil that up this afternoon. So that's the game plan. And it's plus 6 outside right now. We had snow, freezing rain, drizzle last night. Everything was ice. Everything was pretty slippery this morning. It's a little nicer this afternoon. So I'll catch up with you guys once I'm over at the barbecue. Hey guys, so this is the maple sap from the other day. We're about 3/4 full on this pail. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open it up. We're gonna put it in here in the chafing dish, and we're gonna slowly cook it up. So keep in mind that we are still in winter, coming out of winter here. We've still got snow. As I said, we had rain, freezing rain, snow last night. Things are still a mess. It's muddy, it's dirty outside. Things need cleaning. Things are rusty from the winter. People tend to forget, who do not live in these types of climates, that you know, the water, there's a lot of water, there's a lot of moisture all winter, and things get dirty, things get rusty because of the water. That's naturally what happens. So I've got the barbecue warming up. I've turned the temperature down. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna swing you guys around this way to the barbecue. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open the lid here, Just gonna show you guys what we've got here. So this is a sap we collected the other day. So you guys can see we're up to here, so almost 3/4. So the game plan here is to put this into the chafing dish. All right, on here, and boil us up some maple syrup. Hopefully it all fits in here. All right, here we go. She's just gonna fit. That's it. So it fits. So I have a wash that bucket out before I go back up on Monday. Rinse it out. So what do we have here? So this is a chafing dish. You guys can see how full we are. So I'm going to turn the heat up a bit. We're going to bring it to a boil. Okay, and we're going to let this start to cook, start to boil up. It's going to take a while because it's cold. It's currently 3:20 in the afternoon here on Saturday. So we'll see how long it takes, and we're just going to let it do its thing out here. We're going to boil off as much moisture as we can outside. And what we'll do then is, once we've got it down to a smaller amount, we'll take it inside and we'll transfer it just like I did the other day into smaller pots as we go. So that's a game plan. So I washed out, rinsed out the chafing dish, and we're going to use the chafing dish here to boil things up. As it starts to boil, we'll see some impurities on top. We'll clean those impurities out. We'll use our little strainer here to get those impurities, and we'll just scoop some of this stuff out. We got a couple things in there. I'll just scoop it out as we go. All right, so I'll catch up with you guys here in a little while. All right, so we've got things started. Chafing dish is just getting warm. Remember, this stuff's pretty cold yet. I left it in the fridge until I can use it. So I've got the heat up. It's up fairly high. This is an old barbecue. It needs to be replaced this year. At least the burners and all the reflectors in here, because it's seen better days. But we are steaming. So we're starting to steam, so that's a good start. I'm not sure how much propane I'll go through. That's a full tank that's on there now. But we'll see what happens, how long it takes to burn this stuff off. So once again, I'll just keep you guys up to date here as we go. And we'll see how the batch number 2 goes. Alright guys, so I'm 1 hour in. No boiling yet, but we are obviously evaporating some of the water in here. As I stir in the bottom, I can feel it thickening up at the bottom, which is a good sign. This definitely is not the most efficient way to boil this up. James had told me the same thing. He said that propane is not the most efficient way. And of course the barbecue, I mean, look at the distance between the flame and the heat and the chafing dish. So what I'm thinking I might do is I might get myself, I have a big large pot that we use in the back for doing corn up in the summertime for our corn roast. I may put that into that pot and see about boiling it there. So what I've been doing though is I've been scraping off and taking out some of the impurities that are in here as it cooks. I don't know if you guys can see it, but they're like little blue specks on top. So what I've been doing is I've been scraping them off, and those impurities are coming out as it's heating up, and just taking them out of the sap. We have dropped a little bit though. We can see where we were originally in the back. So we've probably dropped, I'm gonna say, maybe a half a centimeter, quarter inch or so. Quarter inch for sure we've dropped. So we know that the water is indeed evaporating out of here. All right, I'll give you a further update here in a little while. All right, so we're 2 hours in. And once again, just slowly boiling off all the water out of sap. We've dropped down about an inch now, so we're slowly getting there. You guys can see all the steam coming off. I've been scraping some of the impurities off. You can even see some of it along the edges though. So we're getting there. So hopefully here we can speed things up a little bit here as of course the water drops down and we get into the sap here a little bit more. Alright guys, so it's taken a long time outside between the wind, the heat, not being transferred to the pots properly because, you know, I'm using a barbecue instead. And I transferred it from the big square pan to this pot. And of course in the transfer I spilt some, which isn't good, but I'm going to head inside with this pot, transfer it to my other pots inside, and we'll go from there and finish this off. Alright, so we moved inside, get out of the cold wind, the shade out there, and bring this to a boil. As we get down again, we'll transfer it to the next size pot and just go from there. It is 6 o'clock, so we're just about going on 3 hours here. At 6:22 would be 3 hours. So we're a little behind schedule here because of the coolness outside and using a propane barbecue. Alright, so as it boils, we're going to clear some of this stuff off as we go. As it comes to a hard boil, a hard roll, this stuff will all go to the side and we'll be able to clean some more of this stuff off. That's just some of the natural impurities here that it produces as it boils. All right, 4 hours in, still boiling, and we're getting a lot closer. The color is turning. She's had a good full boil, so we'll see how much longer it takes here before we're ready to actually have some maple syrup. Alright guys, I'm at the 5-hour mark. I'm down to the 2 pots here. So we're down to the 5-hour mark here for 4 gallons. Pretty close. This one I believe is ready, this little bit. So I'm going to pour this out, let that thicken. Actually, I'm going to shut the element off. I'll let that thicken. And then we'll focus on this guy. But the house smells, what's a house smell like? The house smells like maple. So I'm not going to go as thick as I did the other day, but we will let this thicken on its own. And then we'll go from there.